guys, welcome to an awesome lesson in the After Effects course. This is Phil Ebner from videoschoolonline.com. Thank you for joining. I hope you're having a great day. I am having a terrific day. I actually have a full-time job at the moment, and I was able to go in early to work and leave early, so it's a nice sunny day here in Southern California. Wherever you are, I hope you are enjoying it. The weather is heating up here right now in spring. Of course, you could be watching or listening to this at any time of the year, at any point in the world. So it might be winter and you might be snowed in right now. So either way, I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to talk about motion tracking, something that is an awesome tool that After Effects is. After Effects is an awesome tool for motion tracking, and so I have this clip right here. I'm going to bring it up from San Francisco, and we have this bus. We have this bus going by the Golden Gate Bridge. Let's watch it one more time. So say this is an ad for the tour bus company, and they want to track this bus and maybe add a little bit of text or something above this bus. Well, I'm going to show you how you do that. So I imported it into my After Effects. Actually, I'll just show you exactly how I do that. Click, drag, drop, rename by pressing enter, pressing San Fran. Then I'm going to drop this into a new composition by just clicking it and dragging it over this create a new composition button. You have to make sure that your tracker is opens down here in the right corner. So make sure you go up to Window, Tracker. And then I'm just going to shorten my work area to about 5 seconds, to about where this bus is, or maybe 4 seconds. This clip is only going to be 4 seconds long because I only want to track it until the bus is right there. Obviously, if this was a real issue, I would have had a better shot of the bus going across the bridge with it being clearer. And so I hope this is going to work, but see, it's very foggy, it's not too detailed, and we got these poles sticking up, so we're going to see how the tracker works. But I'm going to bet you that it's going to work great. So the next thing you want to do is add a new null object, and if you remember from our 3D camera lesson, a null object is an imaginary object that we're just going to place into our composition. And why we're going to do that is because when we track our motion, basically we'll set a point on our bus, and then across time it will track it as it goes down the highway, and it will set a keyframe for each of those points. And you'll see when I do this in a second. But then you have to do something with those points. You can either apply them to a layer, such as a text box or an icon that you want flying over this bus or doing whatever, or you can apply it to a null object, and the null object you can then parent a layer of text or an object to your null object. So that's a lot of information, and I'm sure you're very, very confused. So let me just show you what I'm doing. So first you have to go to your tracker down here, and I'm going to click Track Motion. So it brings up this new box, and it has this little track point option right here. So I'm going to, you see there's a plus sign and two squares. The inner square is basically the object that you want to track. You want to put the point exactly where on the specific object you want to track, and then the square box around whatever else is moving. And then this outer box kind of it serves to basically digest whatever information is going on outside of this box and determine whether it needs to move this track point or not. So let me show you. So you click and move, and you can see it creates the zoomed in version for you. So I'm going to put it over this bus. You can see here I'm just going to put it over the top of our bus because that is easily seen throughout our video piece. So I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. The bigger the box is, the more time it's going to take to render. I'm gonna edit target down here, and it brings up this motion target box, layer null 4. Yes, I want it to the target to be null 4. Then what you want to do is analyze, and I just usually press this analyze forward. You can do analyze 1 frame forward at a time, but I just do analyze forward, this play button, and we'll see what it does. And as you can see, it's moving with the bus right now as the time goes by. So it's going to keep analyzing and track that bus as it goes down along the Golden Gate Bridge. So let's keep going. And as you can see here, the wind is blowing in the trees, so it was a very windy day. When I went to San Francisco, I actually went to the Golden Gate Bridge twice, 2 days in a row, and both days it was foggy, and you still couldn't see anything. So it was kind of a bummer, but I'm going to be moving up there soon, so I'll be able to get good views of that. So there you have it. You see all these track points, they appear up here in your viewer, and also if you drop down this menu and you drop down motion trackers and then tracker 1 and then track point 1, you can see that it has created keyframes for all these points, and basically it's tracking the motion. I'm going to then do apply, press apply, and that's going to bring up this option, and it says apply dimension to X and Y, and that's going to apply it to the null object. So it's going to basically copy these keyframes to the null object, and so the null object is going to move along with this tracker. Obviously that's all imaginary right now, but then you can do you can either just do the X and Y axis trackers or just X only, so it'll only go across but it won't go up and down with the bus, or Y only, it will only go up and down but not across the composition. Do X and Y. So now our null object has a position keyframes on it, and it goes across as it goes across the bridge. The null object, you can see here, this red square, although it's imaginary, it is represented by this red square. It goes across the bridge. Alright, so that is a lot of information, and that is how you track motion. But then what do you do with this? Well, I'm going to wait and show you in the next lesson, because I want you guys to take a little deep breath, re-watch this episode if you need to, and then just get a snack, take a break, take some deep breaths, and then come back and watch the next lesson. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I really have, and I'll see you next time.